Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading of today, a Tuesday. I had to think about that here at MadWorldTarot. And I'm going to look at royals behaving badly, just as a general reading, a 9-card reading with the Deviant Moon Tarot, because some of the behavior, a lot of the behavior seems to be incredibly deviant. And I'm going to use the time frame in this 9-card reading of going back to Princess Margaret, Wallace, and David or Edward, whatever you want to call him, Lord Mountbatten. My goodness, we've had the Traitor King, we've had the things that Lord Mountbatten is alleged to have done. We have the grifting and the greed, the Duke and Duchess of York, their story which is being serialized in the Daily Mail currently, Harry and Meghan and their behavior. The then Prince Charles was reported to have behaved in rather negative ways, financial scandals, other scandals, so many scandals. And I know many royal families are equally aberrant. And I tend to support the royals because I believe as an institution they are quite important archetypally, shall we just say. But is there an appetite for them still going forward? I'm going to do a 9-card reading, as I say, past, present, future. The royals on the left of this 9-card reading, the British public on the right, and how this relationship was, how tolerant, forgiving. Where we are now, given all that has come out recently, very recently, and where we are heading. And in terms of monarchs, we would be looking at the late Queen Elizabeth in the past, we'd be looking at King Charles now, and we would be looking at Prince William, King William in the future. So various layers to this reading. I just want to look at it. I want to look at how the public is responding to all of this. I see very negative comments about the king when I go around social media, very angry at his attitude to certain things, without going into the details of that now. It's not really what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the appetite for exactly the opposite of noblesse oblige. Really, I can't think of what the word would be, but it's the opposite of that. I think we got the energy, so let's go. It is just tarot. It is for fun and entertainment. It is all, in my opinion, and all speculation, and I just read energy here. Disclaimer in the box below, and as I said, I'm not trying to destroy the British monarchy. I'm just curious to know the long-suffering British public, where are they? And how's the royal family going to be in relation to the British public going forward? Because so much has been exposed over the last, not just the last year or so, in the last few decades, really. Okay, that's the firm, the Four of Wands, and it's in reverse. This is a dark tarot, Deviant Moon Tarot. That is the firm, the Four of Wands, and it's in reverse. That is literally, you can't see it over there, the light's a bit gloomy. Oh, you can't see it amongst all the flowers. Flowers are going soon, and something more toned down is coming, but for now I'm in the spring mood, so flowers will stay for a little bit longer. That is the Four of Wands hidden in the flowers, and it's in reverse, unstable, erratic, nothing to celebrate, nothing to be pleased about. Public really just fed up to the back teeth with what's going on, and really do expect us to line the streets and wave at you as you go past in your gold carriages while you're behaving like this. That was a very intense energy that came through, and that's not my opinion, and it's not my energy, it's a feeling. It's my energy reading of the card. I don't have an opinion about having a royal family, because I don't have a royal family, and they are not my heads of state. I've got my own problems with my own head of state, put it that way. Very serious problems. Heart of the matter. What are we dealing with? Queen of Wands in reverse. And the Queen of Wands is, well, my little Queen of Wands is having a super snore now. You don't have to snore quite so loudly. Let's just try and stop that without giving her a fright. Queen of Wands in reverse is Madame. Madame in Montecito represents this. I did the previous reading about her and the bullying allegations and the Valentine Lowe story, which is back headline news on her birthday and all of that in her clapback previous reading. She embodies it. Oddly enough, she's archetypal. This energy is archetypal. I used to say that endlessly in my little disclaimer, but I still mean it. And I will say it again today. This is archetypal stuff. She is archetypally badly behaved as a royal, an entitled royal, in my opinion, even though she's a married-in royal and is behaving like that. And that's why it's extra egregious, I think. And that's why people look at it, and they look at it differently because she is the one doing it. If it was, well, you know, Prince Andrew, who cares? I read the Andrew stuff that's being reported currently and I think, well, who cares? It's Andrew. We all expect Andrew to behave like that. When someone who's just basically an opportunist, to use Andrew Lowney's term, marries into the royal family and takes on the sense of entitlement and goes large with it, as our Queen of Wands in reverse has, it brings all eyes to the situation. Archetypal stuff. Badly behaved Queen of Wands in reverse, hot-headed, dramatic, melodramatic, entitled, off with their heads kind of energy. Very Lewis Carroll kind of stuff that I'm getting there, interestingly. So let's go back to the past. Let's rewind to the past. This is the royal family on the side here. We get the Temperance card in reverse. Hardly surprising to see that. And then we get the public past, okay? Temperance card in reverse. This is extremes, excess, indulgence, going mad, living large. And it's strange that this kind of behavior happened under not entirely the late Queen, previous to her reign as well, but such a long reign that a lot of it happened while she was Queen. And that indulgent energy of the Temperance card in reverse becomes the devil. It's excess, it's toxicity, it's any number of aberrations, it's anything depraved you can imagine is in that Temperance energy when it's in reverse. And there she was, allegedly, from what we know about her, down to earth, humble woman, faithful woman, very, went to church, ate her cornflakes out of her Tupperware. She wasn't the one living large, except maybe with her racehorses, as far as we know. So it's strange that the energy of this excess should happen with her most of the time as monarch. I'm not blaming her. I'm just saying it's interesting. Public has the card of maximum burdens, the 10 of Wands. It's just like, okay, we're saddled with this. We have to carry. We have to just trudge along. The peasant with their fardels, basically. We are burdened, we are toiling, we are labouring while all of this is going on, and this is just our unfortunate lot in life. And I sound disrespectful and I sound snarky. I don't mean that the British people are or were sort of like medieval peasants. I'm being dramatic for dramatic effect, but it just seemed to be an acceptance of the situation. Let's put it like that, so that I'm not quite as critical as I sounded previously. And then we got the Page of Swords in reverse as the issue between them. And the Page of Swords is research and digging stuff up and examining things and criticizing things and whatever, buried undercurrent because it's in reverse. So there might have been sort of mumblings and speculations and rumors and but not direct, not as overt as it is now, because now she has arrived, our Queen of Wands in reverse, and opened this whole thing up. It's like unzipped this thing and now it's all spilling out. It's a very unpleasant mental image that I have when I say that. So where are we now? We're now in the reign of King Charles, and that's the royals, and they're the 8 of Cups in reverse, and the public is the Queen of Cups in reverse. The Ace of Cups in reverse is now we're in almost like repentance energy, because you can't move away from the stuff. It's now landing. Whatever was going on, this overindulgence over here at Temperance in reverse, is now landing. And it's now destabilizing the royal family, the Four of Wands in reverse. And it's, they can't get away from it. They can't walk away from it. You can't just ignore it and set off somewhere else. You can't do that. Not with these stories that are coming out. And over a long period, as I'm saying, this is not a couple of years. This is probably going back to Charles and Di's type stuff. A long way, but it's sitting, and Charles is never going to be able to shake it off, much as he tries. His popularity figures are always very low, Camilla's as well. They're never going to shake it off. They've done better, maybe, than people thought they would do as king and queen, but they're never going to be accepted and forgiven by the broader public. It's going to always be, yeah, we know how that went down 20 years ago, 30 years ago. It's going to sit with them, which is why the public has the Queen of Cups in reverse. That's Diana's energy. Didn't expect her to show up, but she has in reverse. And still a lot of not forgiving for the whole Diana story. And yes, I know Diana was no saint. I'm just reading the cards. I'm trying to keep my own opinions out of this reading as much as possible. It's interesting that Diana and our Queen of Wands show up next to each other here, both in reverse. So the cards are also indicating that Diana was no saint, just by the way. But also with that Queen of Cups is a withdrawal of support for the royal family. It's like a cooling off of that. I'm trying to think of a less intense word, because I don't think the British public was intensely supportive of the monarchy. It was just a more of a, yeah, they're always there and we'll always put the bunting out and do the thing. It's not a sort of rapturous energy, but it's a distinct cooling, a withdrawal of loyalty and support. Loyalty more in that energy than ardor, say. So cooling. Where are we heading? Royals over there. The issue between and the public. Wow. It's such a transformation. It's spooky. And when I did a reading recently, and I was, how bad is this whole thing going to be for the royals? I can't remember, was it Harry and Meghan or was it Andrew? Can't remember. I got the Ten of Pentacles. This is Ten of Pentacles gone mad. The royals, you get a fresh start with the Ace of Pentacles. This is under William's reign. Interesting that it's a dragon with red wings. Very interesting. It's a very occult energy in there. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. You have got a fresh start, and this is a very different, a different energy, very focused, very stable, very long term. This is a vision that is going to sustain itself. It's not just a flash in the pan kind of a difference. This is difference that's going to make itself felt. I would say through generations. The energy between is victorious. Not victorious, sorry, not Six of Wands. It feels like Six of Wands to me. It's the Six of Swords, which is even more reassuring, actually, for you in Britain. Because if you look down, you'll see the flames in the left corner, bottom left corner. And this energy is taking away from, it feels like the country is burning at the moment. I'm looking at it from half a world away, maybe even more than half a world away. And it was the eyes wide open, can't believe what I'm seeing every day. I'm so shocked by it that even though I want to read on it in my other channel, I can't, because I find it so distressing. Lifting you up, carrying you away from your troubles. And how do you feel about it? Chariot, that's Prince William's energy, Cancerian energy. very powerful, very positive, very focused, new direction, new enthusiasm. This is how we're going to roll. This is where we're going to go. You might not see so many gold carriages anymore going forward. A lot of that stuff might be put away in a museum. We don't do that anymore. So some the pomp and stuff might go, which is sad. You know, it's always nice to see the robes and all the processions and things like that. But you get more down to earth, more practical. We need to do stuff. We need to pull together. The Chariot pulls together. You can't see it so much in this card, but typical Rider-Waite, traditional Rider-Waite has someone driving a chariot pulled by sometimes Sphinx, mostly a Sphinx, a black one and a white one, which means a yin and yang, opposing energies, difficult to harness, difficult to pull together. But when you pull them together, those opposing forces, you get momentum, you get direction, you get goals. The public is going to rally behind this, shall we say, dragon. The public is going to rally behind him and pull together and say, we can do stuff, we can fix things, we can lift ourselves out of this mess that we are in, and we can move forward. Very powerful message. I felt very powerfully motivated to do this reading today, and I hope it resonates with you, and I hope it encourages you if you are feeling very down and very negative about the way of the world and where the monarchy is and where Britain is. This is amazing, a very positive energy. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.